Assalamu alaikum. 1 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Muhammad Munib Hamid. First, the headlines. Supreme Court has convicted former privatization minister Danial Aziz for contempt of court. Lahore High Court will take up appeals of former Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi and the PTI leader Fawad Chaudhry against their disqualification this afternoon. Election Commission will publish revised list of candidates for general elections today. In occupied Kashmir, APHC leaders have staged a peaceful protest against ongoing spree of killings and arrests of Kashmiris. Now the news in detail. The Supreme Court of Pakistan has held former privatization minister Danial Aziz guilty of contempt of court and sentenced him till the rising of the court. The reserved verdict on the contempt of court case against him was announced by a three-member bench of the Apex in Islamabad today. The court had issued a show cause notice to Danial Aziz on 19th of February this year for making controversial speeches and statements. Aziz was indicted on contempt charges by the court on 13th of March this year. The top court had reserved its verdict in the Eid's case on the 3rd of last month after both sides completed their arguments. PIA has suffered losses worth 360 billion rupees over the last 10 years. This has been disclosed in a forensic audit report of the institution presented before the Supreme Court today. Hearing the case, head of the three-member bench, Chief Justice Saqib Nisar, said that an inquiry will be conducted into these losses. He said the matter would be referred to either NAB or the Commission would be constituted to hold people accountability for current state of affairs of the national flag carrier. The Chief Justice said for how long PIA will remain a liability on the national exchequer. The court restrained PIA from making new appointments except those of pilots and changing logo of the carrier. Lahore High Court will take up appeals of former Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi and the PTI leader Fawad Chaudhry against their disqualification this afternoon. Both candidates have pleaded that verdicts of appellate tribunals are contrary to the law and constitution. Appellate tribunals had declared both ineligible from NA 57 Murray and NA 67 Jhelum respectively. Election Commission of Pakistan will publish a revised list of candidates for general elections today following decisions by appellate tribunals on appeals filed against acceptance or rejection of nomination papers for the national and provincial assemblies. Candidates can withdraw their nomination papers by tomorrow and the Election Commission will allot election symbols to candidates on Saturday. Polling for the general elections will be held on 25th of next month. Caretaker Law Minister Syed Ali Zafar visited Election Commission of Pakistan Secretariat in Islamabad today. He exchanged views with Chief Election Commissioner retired Justice Sardar Muhammad Raza on legal issues pertaining to general elections. Work on different irrigation schemes is in progress in southern districts of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to Irrigation Department, it will cost more than 2 billion rupees. On completion of these schemes, 60,000 acres barren land in Dera Ismail Khan, Tank and Lucky Marwa districts will be brought under cultivation. It will also create job opportunities for local people. In occupied Kashmir, the leaders of Joint Resistance Leadership staged a peaceful protest in Srinagar against the ongoing killings, arrests and use of agencies to harass the Kashmiris. The Hurriyat leaders and activists assembled in Srinagar raised slogans against atrocities unleashed by the Indian forces across the valley. In the India state of Assam, at least 26 people have been killed in flash floods. An official said that thousands of people in 144 villages affected by the floods. The floodwaters have damaged roads, embankments, and other infrastructure in Biswanath and Karimganj districts. Reports said the floodwaters have affected 457 hectares of cropland. Western members of the UN Security Council have demanded Moscow to halt offensive in Syria's ceasefire zone. The U.S. Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations, Jonathan Cohen, told the monthly UN meeting on Syria that the United States is determined to keep its commitment to the ceasefire. He also urged Russia to uphold the ceasefire. French Ambassador Francois Delattre called on all sides to uphold their commitment so that offensive ceases immediately. The UN Special Envoy to Syria, Stefan de Mistura, expressed his concern about the escalation in Syria, which he would want could jeopardize renewed efforts to find a political settlement. In the FIFA World Cup 2018, 4 matches will be played in Russia today. In the first match, Group H, Japan will face Poland and Senegal will take on Colombia, while in Group G, Panama will play against Tunisia and England will face Belgium in the last match. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.